Following this afternoon, a man serving a life sentence for the murder of a Baltimore City police officer now facing new charges in what was a scheme to get out of prison.
Okay, because as soon as I heard this, I was like, wait, he got life? Why he trying to commit fraud? Why the fuck he trying to commit fraud? Because I'm thinking fraud, like, yo, he trying to get some money, like defraud a program. Why you trying to commit fraud? Like, how much money do you need on your books, sir? Like, I was like confused. But then I heard this, I was like, okay, all right, now I'm tracking. You trying to commit fraud so you can get out of your life sentence. Okay, now it's making sense. So I'm not judging him as harshly because I'm like, okay, it looks like he put some thought into this.
Prosecutors say Brandon Grimes used outside help to concoct a plan to falsify a ballistics report and then get released.
That's actually crazy. The weapon that he utilized to commit this crime against this Baltimore City law enforcement official who he deleted and now he's serving a life sentence for, he came up with a scheme to create a fake ballistic report, to have that accepted as actual new evidence so he can get out of his conviction. So you're like, well, okay, that's crazy, but there got to be a monetary part. Now listen to where the monetary part comes in, because there's always the monetary part to fraud.
They also say he was trying to defraud the state out of more than $1 million.
Hey, WJZ investigator Mike Halgren live.
Do y'all know how he was trying to defraud the state out of $1 million? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. How do you think he was trying to defraud the state out of $1 million? Just before we go into the story, I want to see if y'all can figure this out. Let me know. It's actually very interesting. I've never seen it before. He killed a police officer. He's serving a life sentence. He worked with someone on the outside to create a fake ballistics report to get out of custody from underneath this life sentence. And he tried to defraud the state of Maryland out of almost $1 million. Anybody know takers on how? When y'all hear, y'all gonna laugh. You're gonna be like, later, this dude can't say he wasn't trying. You gotta give him an A for effort.
$1 million.
Hey, WJZ investigator Mike Halgren live with this exclusive tonight. And Mike, break down what happened.
Rick, Nikki, according to charging documents, Grimes faked a ballistics report to try to show that it was not him, but someone else who killed Detective Troy Chesley back in 2007. He not only wanted to gain his freedom, but hundreds of thousands of dollars in payments for the state for a wrongful conviction.
That's actually hilarious. I've never, that's actually crazy. Do y'all hear how crazy that is? Like this. Real quick, we gonna get back to the video. So he tried to make fake ballistic evidence to prove that the firearm used wasn't actually the firearm he possessed, or vice versa, so he could get from under this charge. But after he make these fake ballistics documents to get out of custody, then he was going to file a lawsuit against the state for wrongful incarceration to try to get millions of dollars back from the state government. This dude actually crazy as hell. Like, yeah, they need to. He already in there for life, but yeah, this dude definitely needs to be punished because now he's trying to finesse the system and fuck over the taxpayers. Not to mention he a lowlife who took somebody's life.
2007. He not only wanted to gain his freedom, but hundreds of thousands of dollars in payments for the state for a wrongful conviction. The charging documents read like a movie script. Brandon Grimes, serving life without parole for the murder of Baltimore City Detective Troy Chesley almost 18 years ago, was trying to do whatever he could to get out of prison, where he was serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Detective Chesley was killed during a robbery while he was off duty. In that violent attack, he managed to shoot at Grimes, who survived. Fast forward to last March, when Grimes, imprisoned at the North Branch Correctional Institution in Cumberland, filed paperwork that he was innocent of the murder, alleging an assistant state's attorney had turned over to Grimes various pieces of newly discovered evidence she found. Among those documents was a ballistics report she claimed she found in a box somewhere.
Wait, what? Hold on, let me rewind that back. Because he worked with a third party. You have to work with somebody on the outside to even make this potentially plausible.
This attorney had turned over to Grimes various pieces of the Branch Correctional Institution in Cumberland, filed paperwork that he was innocent of the murder, alleging an assistant assistant state's attorney had turned over to Grimes various pieces of newly discovered evidence she found. Among those documents was a ballistics report she claimed she found in a box somewhere. It alleged BPD suppressed that ballistics report, and a document labeled confidential showed Grimes was shot by the same weapon that killed Detective Chesley and therefore could not be his murderer. Prosecutors say it did not take them long to unravel the scheme. The style of the ballistics report was not authentic, the property numbers didn't match, and the two firearms experts listed in the faked report never worked on the real thing.
So he had somebody helping him on the inside to even get this far. And they just said the ballistic experts never worked on the actual case, but they were in fact ballistic experts. A lot of times, these type of ballistic forms are just standard forms, but these forms change over time. So the form that he used was probably 100% a different document than the ballistic form that was used 18 years ago. Not to mention, if you're looking at a ballistic reports, and at some point someone has to sign that ballistic report if it's original, there's a way you can actually date how long something has been written in ink, if it's a signature or a particular document. There's actually tests that can be done to say, hey, the ink on document A is potentially X years old or something to that effect. So this was actually a dumbass idea. I would love to know who he was working with to get this crap as far as he got it, because they need to be in custody as well.
Authentic, the property numbers didn't match, and the two firearms experts listed in the faked report never worked on the real thing. Authorities were later able to determine Grimes convinced a woman he met on Facebook that he is the victim of a miscarriage of justice.
Oh my God. See, yeah, I don't watch all these videos until I actually go through them. I may watch like the first 10 seconds or something. This dude met somebody on Facebook. Hey, shout out to him for being able to convince this woman to do something stupid.
Grimes convinced a woman he met on Facebook that he is the victim of a miscarriage of justice. In recorded calls from prison, he laid out the plan to falsify the ballistic.
And now they got the recorded calls on prison. This is actually wild.
Report telling her, "My fight is to get the expletive out of here." He planned to get money from the state for a wrongful conviction to the tune of more than $1.4 million, documents state, and told her, "When I get this exoneration money, I'll make sure you don't work again." Prosecutors allege he later connected with an unidentified person to assist in fixing the ballistics report, saying his homeboy can do everything you need. If you need a birth certificate changed, he can do that. In recorded conversations, the unknown man repeatedly assures Grimes, making statements to the effect of, "I got you, I got you." Authorities then moved in. City State's attorney.
This is some stupid shit. They need to make sure they lock her ass up and everybody who helped in this farce to get this convicted killer, or try to attempt to get this convicted killer out of custody.
Ivan Bates personally requested Grimes be moved to a lockup in Baltimore, where he is facing these new charges. Detective Chesley's memory has been honored over the years by the city, including a street renamed for him in 2021. Now, the case is moving forward with a motion for a speedy trial, and it's next set to go before a judge on November 24th. Live in your corner in Southeast Baltimore, Mike Helgren, W.
November 24th? Damn, this dude on weekend Thanksgiving. Well, for him, there's nothing else they could do to him. He already got a life sentence, so he's just gonna eat another conviction. But hey, shout out to that young lady who, I don't know if she was either greedy or in love or both, but she needs to be gone. Everybody involved in this farce actually needs to be gone. This is very stupid. On the intelligence meter of committing fraud, this is, on a scale of 1 to 10, this is like a -2. This is actually stupid. Like, it's impossible to play this out. The only way you could possibly do this, like, you would have to have like the attorney general in on it to actually be able to facilitate this and have some small, minute possibility of even getting away with it. That's actually a crazy ass story.